Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Ubuntu channel. My name is Himba Malambo. Your guest for tonight's program, which is Nsaka, the program where we talk about things that we go through in our houses, things that we go through in our families, and how we just try to help one another. Before we go any further with the program, nalalombati abana tubafumyepo. Bantu language on this program is not really censored. So I would appeal our viewers to make sure that the kids are not around or near your gadgets, because sometimes our language is a little bit not conducive for the children. With me in the studio, I'm not alone. I've got my co-host, who is Jibonta Juliet, to take to... Hi, CJ.
Good evening, Himba. Good evening, viewers. Himba, I hope you've had a great day.
I had a great day, and it was... before we go any further, let me also take this opportunity to wish all the women happy Women's Month. And we appreciate your contribution to society at family level. We know that a society without a woman, they need us. Without us, there's nothing they can do. And our viewers, we apologize for coming a bit late. We promise we are going to improve on that. CJ, what's the topic of discussion this afternoon? This evening, sorry.
Today we are looking at child abandonment as well as child support. So we'll be looking, this stems from last week's topic, where we're looking at men wana pasa mimba then amka na mkazi. So today we're rooting from there.
Akana mwana wake CJ, point of correction. Ndawa mkazi alinakudana na mamai wake na watoto wake. Amuka na mwana wake.
Kairaka na both.
Akana mwana wake.
Deko nevima mbira usually.
So actually, as we go on this program, CJ, we can also mention to our viewers that if there's anybody who's got a situation and you'd want Ubuntu team to tackle it, will not mention your name, and you want us to discuss that issue and hear how other people are going to react, please feel free to share that. We've got our contacts on our website, all our platforms. You can share your situation and you'll be able to, you can share it as anonymous and you'll be able to discuss your issue. And if there's somebody who wants to be connected with their father, or they want to look for somebody, especially the children that have not had an opportunity to meet their mother and they want us to share some information, you are allowed to come through and we'll be able to share that information for you on this platform. Over to you, CJ.
Yes, there's a number that is scrolling at the bottom there. You can send an SMS or WhatsApp your situation or your contribution there. If you want to be anonymous, just indicate. We'll be able to share that situation anonymous. Viewers, we invite you to also like and follow our social media platforms. This program is meant to educate. We are here so that tipunzisane, so that tipunzire. So please be free. Make sure you are part of the discussing the studio link as we go on, so you can join the studio and be part of the discussion as it goes on, as well as sending a comment through the comment section via YouTube, Facebook as well. So viewers, we want to engage with you tonight. Having said that, we also have Evangelist Herbert Shaula, who is with us tonight. Good evening, Evangelist, and welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, CJ, and good evening, Hilda, and all the people in the studio, and those that are actually participating to various points. So good evening.
Evangelist,
you,
we'll soon protest.
Hello?
It's a
We'll
pleasure
soon
having
protest.
you.
Hello?
Yes, Evangelist, we can get you. So today we are looking at child abandonment and
Usaseje
child
not ukamba chizungu ukakamba child ukazikamba mchinyanja so that vimveke bwino wapasa mimba then wamusia olo wamukanira vintu vyeuziva. That's what we are talking about lelo, especially imwe vamuna imwe vamuna mwe mapasa mamimba vana vana vavene then wamutava wamusia waenda waingira pachani ndiye nkaniri pano
Tidina Marie zones.
Evangelist.
Hello?
Evangelist.
Hello, I can get you.
Please, over to your introduction part. What causes vamuna kukana vana vari vao?
Well, I will speak in Nyanja and then speak in English.
Perfect.
Kuli vifukwa vambili vamene vipasa kuti mwamuna akane mwana wake. Vifukwa ni vambili. Vifukwa vina vamene ndakamba vamene zatomolaniye. 1. Sikana uja babwera wamutakatira mwamuna. Mwamuna sari ready mutakwatire. Wamusi achabe mkazi uja atikwatirani sungani mimba hii. Mani uja munyamata yebe sari ready. So uja mwana akabazwa paja ndao zina wamuna wakana. Ndao zina wamuna wakitabwanji wakana. Chifua chachani chifuka kabere mwana wea nabere mumba moja omuchikwati sana bere munjira uchati mwamuna anari ready. Sanari ready babwera bamutakatira chabe. So chifukushi mokalipa mwamuna uja. So naye afuna chakuyenzi kongole apanishe mkazi uja mwana uja amukana. Any infact uja mwana wake. Number 2, chamechi pasa utuwakane. Sometimes mkazi uja anaenda ya muna wazini ma boyfriends waziri or more boyfriends at the same time. Pamea na kuenda na John ngati ni John mwamuna uja. Ngati ni CJ. But inabena makazi wamuna. So then this gentleman this lady is not having mtu mwazina. Kuti ni CJ mena nipasa mimba. CJ yakaangana azapeza huyu mkazi anaenda wamuna bena. So sari show huyu mwana omela bazwa ni mwana wake. So ndao zambili waita bwanji bakana wamuna. Reason ina mpeza ki huyu mwachite mkazi sometimes amuchina chabe amusta accuse falsely amuto mwa chabe achichite. Maybe wana kusula chabe naye, maybe wana kusenza naye, wana kwenda chabe naye, bamuto mwa batiswa naye mpasa mimba. Manji mwamuna uja, akibana uja kabaki, tazarikira kwa nziru, azamukana. Reason hii na fuki, ya kuti sometimes mtu dakuti, uyu mwamuna, mamina pasa mimba, saa 7 alipe chito, chamkana saa na business. Manji chifuko alipe njira yosungiramo mwana ayopa uyu mwana nzamusunga bwanji chifuwa sinisebenza chifuwa sinchita business. So azamukana uja mwana atakaye na wachiki na makolo wake. So hii na reason sometimes mpira mwana wa school, the gentleman is a school going gentleman, I mean is a school going. So because of fear ayopa alikushukuru kuja aganja school zaka safety. So azamukara mwana uja even if mwame na mpasa mimba. So these are some of the reasons. Others, mupeza kuti makolo vakakambatana ujasunga mupase mimba uzitu kanga kale mkazi wako mwana wako chifukwa on tribal lines, tribal lines. Vakakambatana usakwatire kubareba, usakwatire kubatunga, usakwatire kubarunzi, usakwatire kubarubale. Because of tribal lines, bazaita bwanji, bazakana. Bakuru, as a result, now man, bazaita bwanji, bazakana. And so on and so forth. Those are some of the reasons that when it's part of the Mona Kibanji, akane, kushunga, mimba, na kushunga, mwana ujamina bado. In other words, what I'm trying to say is that there are so many reasons that cause men to actually refuse to accept a child born in that arrangement. So one of them is that sometimes the fact that this lady had more than one boyfriend, and now at the end, this gentleman who is positive to say it is him, when he looks at how the arrangement was, because there are other boyfriends, so the gentleman will say, no, it is not me, it is others. Then sometimes it is actually this gentleman is not working, or maybe is not in business, and he has no capacity of taking care of the child. So this gentleman will not accept on account that he is not able to take the child, to take care of the child. But in fact, he will not put it to say that I'm not able to take this child because I'm not working or because I'm not in business. You just say that it's not me. You just refuse and say it is not him. Sometimes you find that it is probably on tribal lines. There are certain parents that are very sensitive to tribe. When this son of theirs pregnants a lady from another tribe, certain parents will not accept the pregnancy of their son that he has made to that lady. They will say, no, it's not you. So as a result, the young man will be forced to actually refuse to accept the child. So the other one is just this young man is in school. He's at a college, he's at the university, he's at the primary school, at secondary school. So because he is still at the school and wants to continue with school, he may not want to be a father. So as a result, the child will be abandoned. Now, when the child is abandoned, it means the child will suffer. Help will not be there, or support will not be there, because this gentleman has refused to accept the responsibility, even if he knows too well that actually it is him who presented the lady, may not actually accept because of those reasons.
Thank you so much, Evangelist. Now, I want us to concentrate so much, and thank you so much for that well elaborated, reasons. Now, I want us to look at, we concentrate uja wakuti manje, azibati mimba nyanga. Yeah, that's as we go forward. Taiona generally we've looked at wakuti benangu sibaziba benangu enzo bachaya ka double cross benangu babaona babashita piki naka piki toli aona ni uyu aona ka financial status aona tabene ba mwana vili left. I think aba nitenge so there are those situations, but I want us to concentrate on a situation where this man knows that all of Ankala Bwanji uyu mwana ni wanga. I want that kind of a situation. As Ivanoziwa tu mwana ni wanga. What really goes into their mind, especially Bajabakuti, they are just mean, genuinely mean. We've looked at those who are not yet stable, who are still fighting in life. Nanga Bajabakuti bakwanisa no kwanisa. Kulina bajabe nangu nibo kwatira bashita no munza tawe, I'm not ready to be a father, chosa mimba, my wife. What really happens? What goes through into their minds?
First of all, we must understand that, for example, I will give 2 examples. Let me take an example of somebody who is not married, is single, but he will not accept the responsibility. Now, some of these, they will not explain to us why they do not want to accept the responsibility. But some of them is just the fear of the responsibility. Fear of the responsibility. Some of them. And some of them they think that they are young, they cannot have a child. Even me here where I am, at one time I was a boy. One of the things that young men do is that they are scared of being a father at a tender age.
But they are not. But they are scared of being a father at a tender age. But they are not scared. Kugona na mwana wa bene. Sorry. Chibaba. So ni kugona chena mwana wa bene.
What I mean, there's no pain for him to say no, I can't do this. Actually, it is nice. So,
Elohim bakpankara kuvomekezana.
Kumanga kuvomekezana bwa.
As you engage in that activity, it's consensual.
But kange nishwa munyengerera ati nzaka kukwatira, I'll look after the child.
When I have afuna. Evangelist, yes, please go ahead.
The issue here, it is not about whatever. The issue here is that, when they do it, when they're having sex or when they engage themselves in these relationships, there's no consideration of pregnancy. They don't think of pregnancy. They don't think of STIs. They don't think of a marriage. What they think is fun. The idea is just to have fun and not to have a baby. So when a child is born out of fun, it scares them. In most cases, it scares them. So it is just being afraid. Sometimes being afraid because of those responsibilities. Sometimes being afraid because of the age. They feel that they're too young. They cannot be parents. I cannot be a parent. I'm still a young man. So I'll be moved out of my age group and be put into the age of madaras, the old people. So the gentleman will say, no, it's not me. When actually it is him.
Okay. Thank you so much, Evangelist. But then, in such a situation, what also goes through in the minds of a girl, especially a lady, when that man says no, and what situation do this man or do a young person out there should know that as I've engaged in sex with this girl, if she gets pregnant, this is the situation I'm putting them in?
Before I answer that one, I'll also look at part 2. There are also those who are married. Some of the people that are married will not want to accept a pregnancy or a child outside wedlock because it will dent their character. It will dent their name. It will bring shame into the family. That such an accountant has pregnanted a schoolgirl or another girl there, or he has got a child outside wedlock. So it is an embarrassment. So that is what it is.
Nanga pea maendo parking a pajero vashavula paja pamini. Some are very embarrassed.
No.
Himba vintu vinangu vivuta.
It is fun. When before pregnancy, everything that they do is fun. The issue is going to so at that time when I was manja chipachivine analiza kiba kibine chalula. So the issue is that
Lula. Stolen water is sweeter.
You said what goes in the mind of the lady. It is disappointment. It is disappointment and the embarrassment. Disappointment, embarrassment. Because why? She's embarrassed. She's embarrassed by the boyfriend, and also embarrassing the family. And this will bring shame on the family. So because of that, the relationship between herself and the family members will be bad. So actually, the lady suffers more than even the person that has pregnanted. The other point that comes in its mind is who is going to be responsible for this baby. Who will buy napkins? Who will buy mafuta for the child? Who will buy clothes for the child? Who will take care of the child when the child will be born? Who is going to do that? And also maternity, where you go to labor ward, all those things that are required. Who is going to buy all these? So the young lady will be traumatized because of that, because she doesn't know how to handle that. So she'll be in serious troubles. The mind will be troubled. She will not be sleeping. Sometimes she can even have miscarriage. I'll repeat. Sometimes she can even have miscarriage because of thoughts of who will do what to help the child. So that is what happens to him.
And sometimes, Washabula, I want a young man to know out there that actually at that particular time, a woman or a young girl would even think of the abortion.
Correct, yeah. To think of abortion in order to remove the shame, to remove the embarrassment. And in the process of aborting, sometimes you can find that actually she may also take her own life. Maybe the process of aborting might not be well done. So she may end up dying. Maybe she has overdosed herself, because in most cases they don't go to doctors, recognized doctors, and get a proper procedure. They always want to take their own shortcut and get some chemicals that is going to grow the womb or the baby. But in the process, they injure their life and they die. So who was killed? Actually, it's the person that he refused the responsibility, which he knows he pregnanted the lady, but does not want to be responsible. So my way to young people, but PJ and Emmanuel and any man that is listening, if you are not ready to be responsible, so do not sleep with a lady. I'll repeat. If you are not ready to be responsible, do not sleep with a lady. Because when you sleep with a lady, what will come out as sperms? It will be sperms that will come out. Simamina, sperms. And sperms, if you are going to release sperms, she'll be pregnant. So if you do not want that embarrassment, don't sleep with a lady. Don't have sex, because you are irresponsible.
Okay, Vashabla, what would be the best situation, the best way to handle this situation where this young girl has been impregnated by this man, whether married or single, or ngani wafana beka who are not yet ready but bapezeka bapasana mamimba? What would be the best situation the best way to handle the situation?
First of all, parents should not be hostile. Hostility. When a parent becomes hostile, first of all to their daughter, and then hostile to the young man who pregnanted, in most cases, the result would be that the young man will not accept responsibility. So So what they need to do is, if it has happened, no matter whether they were serious people, they were fierce people, if she's pregnant, it means that you are defeated. You have lost the battle. The best thing as a parent is now to be friendly to your daughter, to your niece. You have also to be friendly even to the gentleman that presented your daughter. If you create a friendship with that person, I want to tell you that in most cases, they will accept responsibility because you have built trust, you have built a relationship, you are friendly to them. So even when you talk to them, you are not fighting, you are not quarreling, you are not threatening, you are not tagatiraling, nothing. All you are doing is that so let's forget about whatever was happening. Let's see what we can do to help you manage this new life that has come. Treat them well. When you treat them well, even the young man who accept my responsibility. So in most cases, sometimes it is the way we threaten iwe nzakuloza iwe uzafa choyimirira ukakara mwana wanga I'll send right to you. Whether you want or not, no, that should not be the way. That should not be the formula. Because when your daughter is pregnant or your sister is pregnant, you have lost the war. So all you do is accept what has happened and be a friend to, first of all, to your daughter herself, and then to the gentleman. When you create a friendship, you'll be able to talk nicely to you, and in the end, you take responsibility.
Just there where you're talking about parents. Okay, go ahead, CJ.
Okay, yeah, so evangelist, there are situations, okay, I've seen situations whereby mugazi a damage, okay? Then vapingula vonse chan okay, vamuitana, and then he's pretending as if he's going to take responsibility, but that is in terms of talking. But when it comes to the real action, manje, after Wapingula, he just goes quiet. How do you handle such?
And before evangelist comes in, he goes quiet, aenda futi kwenda sobera na wakazi venangu. Kapena in that process umvela kwatana mimbi kako na kunchawama kwa kulongeka kuli umozi kukablonga kuli umozi, you know, in the same process. What happens?
Mwamuna kapasa mimba sikuti niwamina pasiwa mimba. He can still give he can still pregnant another lady and another lady.
But
so that's what ladies that's why ladies need to open your eyes, not to be cheated. Because a man can represent 10 women in a month, even in a week. 10 na mimba.
Sare mbeka pampumi
Now,
no dead stamp.
The issue, the question that you've asked that where you are trying to find out what should happen, akana avomera bwino but later on does not own what he agreed to. Sometimes there are also other reasons. Number one, the gentleman is not trustworthy, is a crook, is a mambara. Some of them are mambara. Number two, honestly, they had plans, maybe they were going to get a job, or the family was going to help pay. But later on, in the process, the family disowns that young man. Atuzazi woneweka. What is defamation kwenda kuona mkazi wako? So uzazi you are going to pay. Even before that gentleman has the capacity to pay. So because he has lost that income which he thought he was going to have, he will not be able to pay. But what they need to do is to go and explain to say my situation is ABCD. I want to do this, but this is where I am. Please give me time. As soon as I get organized, I'll be available. So when there's communication of that nature, you are giving assurance to the family that you'll be there for them. So that is what needs to be done. But if you don't go back to them and tell them why you are not supporting the child, you are likely to get into troubles. Now, what should they do to this person that is a non-performer? You are not performing your duties, your responsibilities. So what they need to do, they can either go to victim support of the Zambia police will also be able to assist. Number two, if you want, you can go to court. You go to court. You summon that person to court, and the court will penalize that person and force him to pay. So these are some of the things that needs to be done to a person that would not want to pay. But let's try by all means to create friendship between the offender and you, the parents. When there is a good relationship, in most cases, if somebody does not want to pay, he will think twice. He will be forced to pay because of not wanting to embarrass or put to shame, the parents for their good, approach to matters. So it is important all the time to create good relationships.
Worship.
Evangel. Okay. Yes, Himba.
Hello?
Oh.
Go ahead, Himba.
Thank you so much, CJ. Evangelist, me, there's something that really gets on my nerves. Here is a man, when this girl got pregnant, she was basically as well in school. And this man, they were both, okay, probably even the man was even doing much better. Then eventually, namkazi wa mene uja, alibenchito. Sasa benza avutika, amusia na mimba. Uja mkazi, through the support of their family, they move on, wakulisa mwana. Then after mwana akakula, I've heard men washitoziva, ni mwana wanga waja, nzaka muenda, first akule, nzaka enda nikamutenge. And then they'll be, nishtana lipileko na ngukamozi.
Blood is thicker than water.
Blood is thicker than water. Ni mwana wanga uja, nzaka enda nikamutenge. Oh, this woman will never look after this child alone. Akakula mwana, the same man who didn't do anything or had nothing to do with this child, abuela, ni mwana wanga huyu, even trying to fight the mother. What is your response?
Yeah. Now, listen, Himba, listen. What is it that qualifies a man to be a father to a child? What is it? Is it the payment of money? The answer is no. Because anybody can walk into that family and give you money and say, this is my child. It is not money, it is not ngombe or anything. It is the sperm, Himba, the sperm of that man. Listen. It is the sperm of that person. That's where there is his DNA. There is DNA, that is sperm. That is what makes that person the father. So he is not wrong to say that is my child. He is not wrong. But he is wrong not being responsible. Now, when he says that is my child, that is my son, he is right. That is his son. And if he comes after 30 years at Nifna Mwana Wanga, he has got the right to come back and claim for his child. Imana wake. All you can do, all you should do as parents, is actually to just make that gentleman pay.
Okay, Washabula, just hold on. I'm coming. There's something. Pamene Apple. We have Wom Keleba in the studio. Let's hear his reaction. Wom Keleba, welcome to the program.
Wonderful Mukelebai.
Ndalumbaka pati mlibuti. No, what really?
I've missed Mukelebai for a long time.
Twalumbaka pati mlibuti bo Shabula bo Reverend.
Come to Mukelebai. You are not seen, you are not heard.
No, it's only that I'm around. I had ventured into politics.
Okay.
Wom Keleba, please go ahead with your contribution here.
Could you kindly just run me through, because I just came. Sorry, I didn't follow. Can I join later so that I can catch up about the story?
All right. Okay, we'll give you some space to join later then.
Talumba.
Okay, thank you so much. Evangelist, just there where you're saying he's got the right, I also wonder, as you are reacting to that situation, you also bear in your mind that there's this woman maybe anabwela nkala na mwai abwela kwatiriwa, and this man took over kusunga mwana uyu, and then anamukana kumukanira atu ati ne uyu mwana nibe naye na nchito, and this man has taken care of the child, and when at that particular time that man comes to claim for the child, and this man says no, if ngani hivyo mzaenda naye chikwati chisila because ndiye venze kuma festive. What's your reaction?
Sorry, on top of that, evangelist, before you answer that one, these days wantu vanazanda vachitano chinja masane emyavana kupeza mwana enzofunuka nkalete awe vamuchinja zina zipeza tini bwadi.
Yes. First of all, your question. First of all, the person that has taken care of taken custody of the child, and the responsibility of that child was neglected by the father, is actually doing it on behalf of the careless father. Is doing it on behalf of the careless father, the responsible father. But that does not mean that the child is not a child to the irresponsible father. Now, no matter what happened, what happened if that gentleman wants that child, that gentleman is supposed to refer the one who took custody of the child should refer that man to the parents of the wife, of the woman, so that the parents of the woman will sit down with him and be able to discuss that matter with him. It is in that meeting whereby those parents of the lady can even invite the gentleman that took care of that lady, of that child, to say, no, actually, according to us, going by this man, what you have said, is that we are demanding maybe 80,000 or 100,000 budget. Can you imagine, you take a child to school, then the father is nowhere, when I put your misoshi, which you want to, I put your ministry, I put your manzi. When this other man is just gallivanting, then later on he comes to say, I'm the father.
But
yes, let him pay.
But Washabula, here we are not only looking at also the money aspect. we are also looking at the emotions and other people surrounding who are going to be affected by that selfish man. This is a man. If this man may come back, as you've said, let him pay, let it. Then this woman who is married to this woman says, okay, muyende kuli wabulu wako mkasoti ngenkani inechikwati nishinayo chasila.
No, that man, the caretaker or that husband of this lady who is just also irresponsible. What has that lady done? If that gentleman, because at the time you married that lady, you knew that this lady had a child, and the father of the child was nowhere to be seen. So why should you say, I don't want you to consider because somebody is asking for his child? That would not be right. But if in the event that such a thing happens, that is why the only punishment that you can give is the payment. That's all. My emotional, psychological, emotional, those things, you put them in one bundle. That my sister, you failed to take care of the child. So that's what you'll be looking at.
So for now, wakazi out there should understand that kambili kufa kwatu wakakupasa mimba kufa kwako, whether wampunzisa mwana huyu on your own, the trauma this man has put you through, ndabenangu wamachaiwa wamamenyewa, they are treated like foolish people, wasunga mwana. So whichever situation uyu mwamuna ngakutabe, afterwards bazimai azabwela demanda mwana ati nikuika chema emotions pambali ndiye bashabula ba evangelist ika my emotions na trauma ya mwana evangelist
pambali.
So that's why that's why this program we are doing is very, very important. We need to understand. Young people must learn when you get hooked. Examine Munyamata. What will Munyamata has he got the capacity to take care of the child in the event that you get pregnant? Not even but no, what is important is love. What is love? It will not be love that is going to work. Ningalama za wezi si love. Mwana tazamba kuja love. Mwana zamba kuja ndalama. Zameni wa kila watu. So you look at that individual. Has he got the capacity to take care of you? Has he got the capacity to take care of the child? What is he doing? He gives child. He might be working. Even if he's working, is he able to dress himself? Amewenda kugona kavula kapundula. Panti ikonanyowa ndiyo ni yakudala. Ngati mwamuna wako boyfriend wako panti yakudala 2 3 4 times. Mukane. He is not able to kuzimalika. Akangi wako. He can't have a brand new panti. Have panti yakudala maningi. Mukane. Decide out this guy cannot take care of you.
Somebody was Shavula once said, I don't know what is your comment, at the way you can know that this man is responsible. It's the kind of a belt he's wearing na bamba.
It's not about that belt. The belt is not by one. The bamba, check the bamba. That in Ankara Brown, the Pakati Pajitaka, Munga, Aliti Pedros in Shinjinga, in Asila Panjipati. Mukane. Because that guy is irresponsible. When he chose even to buy a pant for himself, is he going to buy a pant for you?
Okay. Thank you so much, Evangelist. You've got a reaction from Mkelevai. Mkelevai, please go ahead.
Yeah. Nao muzalenga basika na manje wakazienda na wakazishita behave mbonga ma investigators.
Uganda na smartphone no proper evidence based.
Ukaribe ogona na. I need to check your underwear. No, it's a wonderful topic actually. This is a very good topic, especially considering that in Zambia we have a lot of children that have been abandoned by fathers. Women do not abandon their children because they know what they go through during the 9 months and during delivery. But when it comes to men, we are really good at running away from responsibilities. Benangu, we are scared that our wives, bazazi wa kunyumba, tapasa mimba, and therefore the children, those children born out of wedlock, they are abandoned or they suffer peacefully. Well, you find that even these people who are in strategic positions have actually abandoned. If you investigate properly, especially these Tonga men in government who are busy crying for, who are busy crying.
If you draw that statement,
especially those who are crying for decriminalizing bigamy. I promise you, you find bali natuvana mwambali umutikashita investigate. It was not just Vashimes Vekayo. It's everywhere, you know. And this is where
multiply.
Yeah, yes, but unfortunately we have taken, you know, we were given an inch, but we Zambian men have taken a mile out of that Bible verse. And that's where now women should learn to be vigilant and be tough. I always call upon women to say, do not mistake of you when you go and request, or rather not even request, demand support of your child from a man. Do not mistake it as though when the papatira kutati bakubweze, or it's in a relationship again, or ulisha kubwerelam, because that is the defense of isewamuna. Tikaona musikana ambobwera kumaofisezi nifuna ko ndrama za mwana ganiziramo vinango kuganza monga ati musikana uja atifuna manje afuna kuti abale wina. So we try now to push. So my message kuli masikana is such idioms that are so repugnant, stinks to high heaven. See, it's not even okay. That's why women need to be strong and tough. Mulina malamulo already mu Zambia. Yamene atichita defend. Yamene achita defend mwebasikana. And yamene achita protect vana. If a man he is refusing responsibility, please do not hesitate. Don't think you are busy chasing him. You want to cover your own ego. But you are doing it for your own child. Enda court. Take that man to court. Whether he even tells you, he dares you to take him to court, because what they do is wamuna, we dare our women to say, ungaende kuli konse, kulibecha mene chinga chitike. What they are trying to say in actual fact is, please, they are begging you, don't take me anywhere. Ukanipeleka nizasebanya nyumba yanga izachita bwanji, because izapwanyika or I'll be in trouble. So that's why nima pempa bakazi, as women, as powerful women, do not give us mamuna room to be scot-free from child maintenance. Take us to court. Go to court, because once Wagula Simon, mwamuna uja sazabwera kuliwe kuti atitie tikambisane bazabwera venanga vamabwera nobolo chita negotiate but don't listen. Let the court adjudicate and order. Once the court orders, uja mwamuna ngati akana kukonka lamulo la court, that court order, iwe you don't have to struggle with that mwamuna. Go to the same court to say, I came to for justice, kuti munitandizo, and uyu muntu still does not want to maintain or pay any support of his child. So I want you now to do, what is it that you're going to do next? Ndiye pamene mumaona ti wakoti wachita bwanji, wachita enter or wachita issue ma bench warrant yayo, ma contemptuous courts. Bamuyendera mwamuna ojo ndo mutenga, no mumanga, no mupereka ma cells or mu prison. Manje, ndiye pamene pamabwera manje issue hapo, muzaona ti vachibululu bamwamuna. They will come and kneel down and pray to you. Mawe, manje ngati aenda mprisoni, manje vana, azakusungira bwanji mwana, yo tivere ko chifundo, bwezani ko mutima, funyeni ko mutima, wesheni ko mutima. So the best thing, that is the only best solution. Ngati vamungenesa masels for contempt or failing to follow the court order, vampereka ku prison. Ndiye pamena zapunzira manje lesson. And if akangwa kulipira ndrama, then the court can even issue an order to attach his earnings, to his kuzati to the employer. Kuja kwa mena sevenza, ngata sevenza muboma. Bazamuuza bakuboma kujati izon bazaba uza ba bosi wake musarari ya mwamuna we. Mukazicho tamo te 4,000 kwacha mtimile mwana we, because and it's not mukazi uja but ni court ya mena chita order. So mumatilekelela isibamuna mumatilekelela isibamuna iwe wakazi. Yes, my brother.
Mwashuta maningi wa muna hapa. But there are also situations whereby the gentleman is paying, whether it's child support and whatever. But guys, and sometimes there are women that try to use the children just to get at the husband. So in such situations, we have those situations even in these courts whereby mukazi is harassing the using because in the aina and such things like maintenance and the like.
No, CJ, we are. If I can come in on that one first, we are Westwo Kwatila, not what Wanasiana. We are looking at what anamumimbika anatava anacha atava after atava saoneka ango chiriza venangwagula na mamotoka, and this child is usually suffering with the mother. Well, these two venangwami kange venangwama chitatu angene sa number 1 futa bwira na number 2 ango mubalika mbana uja like mwebanzi bakambira kulizine benzi bakamba eti namvera ko apenze na bana okanga ni bali 4 baja bamukele bayi. Ango ngeneza. So those are the people we are talking about. Sana mkwatirepo mkazi amumimbika then amusia na mwana. So as we are talking, I also want us to talk about the trauma which both sides go through, the child and the mother. And even after this man disappeared and then he resurfaced. So now we're talking about support, but also we also look at the trauma. Yakuti mwana huyu.
It doesn't matter whether a child is born in wedlock or outside wedlock. Kutati olo munakwatila or simunakwatile, but you have children. Your children are your children. They are entitled they are entitled for social. They are entitled for material support and moral support. As parents, you are supposed to provide, whether ni wakumbali or ni wamunyumba. You cannot give children higher priority bamunyumba bamuchikwati and less priority kuli baja bana bamene sibali bakumbali. Lamulo sikamba kupasonso. Bana bako ni bana bako, whether ni wakumbali or ni bamunyumba. Those are your children. They are entitled to maintenance and affiliation. So according to our laws, ngati mwawachita neglect bana, ngati wawachita neglect, ngati ndiwe mukazi wamene uchita neglect bana, the other parent can actually take you to court or to go to the police and report you for child neglect. And child neglect in Zambian law, it's a criminal offense. You can be picked and be arrested by the police and locked up.
Thank you so much, Bomkelebai. Let's bring in Evangelist. We hear what is his reaction as well. Evangelist.
I'm looking at trauma. Trauma. Now I want to talk about trauma. You know, when a child has no father, born from somebody or by somebody, but that somebody refuses to accept to take him on as a son and support that child, then that child will be regarded as a child born outside wedlock. And because of that, in most cases, the trauma is that they will be saying at Simwan Amusanga, you know, that tag is quite shameful. So the child will live in shame the rest of his life, the rest of our life. School will be affected, all the activities will be affected, joy and whatever it is will be affected, you know, whatever that child will do will be affected because of that tag. Then from there, especially if that child has no support, there is no support, that child will look like a rejected person in society. And because of that, that child, the ego will go down and will not even be able to function very well even in school. The grades will go down and he'll be sneezy upon by friends, including the mother. The lady herself, that's the trauma that comes in the mind of that lady. And sometimes even when the next person wants to come and marry her, I can't do that. When actually it is not her fault. It is not her fault.
Okay, Washabula, Evangelist, sorry to cut you short, and you're just bringing up a very important topic point. Just hold your thought a little bit. We've got Caroline who've joined us in the studio. Maybe if she can just come in with her contribution before we lose her. Caroline, welcome to the program. Carol, are you there?
There's also Mercy who's trying to please make what you do, log out and log in again. When you log, make sure you allow video. Okay, allow mic, microphone, and camera, so that we'll be able to actually see the mic.
Okay.
Yes, Imba.
Hello.
Evangelist, you may go ahead. I think we've lost Caroline. We hope she'll come back. Please, Caroline, we really want to hear your contribution. We feel somebody may benefit from it. If you can, come back in the studio, or you can share your comment or your contribution through our link.
Yes, I've talked about the trauma for the child. Now I want to talk about the trauma for the mother. You know, when a lady is pregnant outside the marriage, outside wedlock, in most cases, she's regarded as a prostitute or a person who is not organized. Sometimes it is not about being a prostitute, sometimes not being organized. It is just something that is unfortunate that has happened. They don't plan to do that. You know, so now the trauma is that she will have a tag also that would just like that. Now, this is caused by the same gentleman that refused to take responsibility, when in fact he is the father to that child. So it leaves the trauma that is there. Sometimes also, Himba, you find that the family becomes divided. It becomes divided because of the pregnancy of their daughter. You find that even if there was a good relationship between the parents and their daughter, you find that now they are divided because of the child that has come in the family. Sometimes the parents, they had plans. They wanted their daughter to go to school and attain higher education. But with the burden of a child, a lot of things will fall out of place. Because in certain places, you don't go with a child. You have to stay home and to wait until the child grows and is weaned off. So, but in most cases, you find that the person loses out. So all this is also a cost to this lady. And this is also what I call emotional challenges which you face. So it is not only the child that loses support. It is not only the child that will have a tag, that is one son. It is also the mother. She may not be married, or if she will be married, somebody may not treat her well on account of a child who is there. So that is why you as ladies, those that are listening to me, you as ladies, you must make sure that when a man comes to ask you for a relationship with you, checking how is his life? What is his income? What is his education? What is his background? Has he pregnanted elsewhere? If you are able to get that information, has he pregnanted elsewhere? So before you admit that person, before you accept that person to be your boyfriend, Himba, certain ladies, it's not their fault. Kutwazika na bana bambiri aina mwana kuli Mutale, aina mwana kuli Shabula, aina mwana kuli Chitego, kuli Banda, aina mwana kuli Mukerebai. Some of them it's not their fault. You find that maybe the first one refused to take responsibility. Now, when the second man comes to propose this lady, the lady will try to say, okay, Ujanaenda, maybe this one can he accept me? So let me take him on. So you find that I move on Mira with her. Guys, it's the same thing now. Ni Muntuchad was useless, just as useless as the first man. So then the third man will come. The lady will not stop trying. She is trying to get the best out of all the useless men. So in the process, she will find herself with 5, 6 children from 60 different men. It's not that I go for a child. It's just unfortunate that such a thing happens. And we should not traumatize them. We should not call them names. Let's assist them. Because Mana Ali was many bad outside wedlock. I want to emphasize, any child that is born outside wedlock is as a son or as a daughter like anyone that is born within the marriage. So they've got pain, they've got joys, they've got emotions, they've got whatever it is. So they should not be looked at as people that disturb the relationship or marriage. Society should change. We should better change and begin treating everyone the same, including the ladies by 4 or 5 times. No, there's no one that can be happy useless man. Now, the caution to ladies, also ladies, musazifulumiza kuvomera kugona na wamona. Akabaya chabe kuja, you think the only way you can show love is by having sex with him. No. Sex is not just a sign that mumukonda. First of all, put that person to test muone as he comes to stay or apitila chabe. Then that if he has come to stay, then he must be able to give you time also to settle down with him. If he is rushing, then it means he is bypassing. He will not stay with you. He's going. He's on his way. So let's make sure that we have the right people in our lives.
Thank you so much, Evangelist. As we are going towards the end of our program, Wamkelebai, what is your reaction to a man there who is busy impregnating women and he's not taking responsibility of his actions?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Wachabola, for that insight. It is important also as society not to put a blame on a girl child or on a woman alone. Boy child should be taught how to be responsible and what they are capable of doing when they start doing, when they're masquerading or going or sleeping around with every girl they get attracted to, and they sleep with them unprotected. There are so many diseases and there are so many responsibilities that comes up after doing those activities. And that pregnancy is one of them. And society, especially in Africa, Zambia in particular, we have always placed a man. Our tradition always support a man. Even when a man is wrong, it's a woman that is going to answer, that's going to suffer. If a woman starts today investigating men to say, do you have the capacity? Can he manage? Can he do that? We know for sure that our women, they don't just love because they just want to fall in love. They fall in love because it is coming from their heart. They don't look at materials. They don't look at anything. And the moment a woman starts look at materials, it is us men that will start calling them what names? Gold digger, hule, prostitute, what and what. And we negate them. We put them in a very tight corner. So it is also important to teach a boy child, a man. As men, we need to be responsible. The moment when we are starting a relationship, we must be ready for consequences. There's no way that today you are busy chasing a woman around because she looks pretty, she has nice tights, she has nice skate, she looks beautiful, and she was either untouchable, nobody touched her, it's only you. The moment she falls pregnant, then we start now bringing other issue, invoking now your own customary, our own boy codes. No, that's when even the issue of you claiming that you are married comes in. I'm married. No, I have a relationship. No, I have what? Why do we do that? We create problems on top of our problem. It is us who actually bring problems to ourselves. Remember that the law provides that when you bring a child on this planet, whether outside marriage or in marriage, you have to provide for that child, both material and morally. Moral support doesn't just mean you cannot just be sending money. You are supposed to go visit the child, take that child to school, hospitals, be with that child, bond with that child. Just the same way you bond with children, your own children in a wedlock, and have a good relationship with the parent, with the mother of that child of yours, because the moment that mother of your child becomes depressed, it is your child that is going to suffer too, because that child cannot be given to you by law when that child is below the age of 7 years, for example, unless you can go to court and prove that the mother of that child, of your child, is incapable. She has no capacity to look after the child. That's when you can even apply for custody yourself. And then the court may order for custody, to that you can now take care of that child. Otherwise, it's a mamuna. We need to know the consequences and the responsibilities that we have. It is not just about Vula Kabudula, Kwasira. It goes beyond. For 18 months, for 18 years, you are going to look after that child for 18 years. The law provides that you are going to look after that child for 18 years. And if you don't, the mother of that child or any relative of that child, if they see that they are speaking for the child, they can take you, the father, to court
Thank you
or
so
report,
much.
you to the police. So a boy child must be educated in this area a lot. Do not blame a woman. Do not blame a woman.
Yeah.
It is us men that
Thank you
knows
very
how to
much.
even con the women, trick them into going to bed with them. So it is a man that needs to be taught and punished if you don't fulfill your obligations. Ndalumba.
Before my brother goes, I just want to also to nail the men. We men, you know, being a man, it's not just a matter of having testicles, penis, whatever, pubic hair, and the other things. No, being a man means able to take care of another life and lives. Taking care. Now, when I talk of take care, I'm talking about provide food, provide education, provide the mafuta, nyumba pogona, provide love, provide warmth, provide discipline, provide manners, provide the things that will help the child as that child grows, provide good quality education to that child. If you are a man, you are a man. You are not a man, you are a boy. And not just a boy, but a bad boy. Not only a bad boy, but a shameful boy. Not only a shameful boy, but a useless, foolish boy.
Thank you very much, Evangelist, for your submissions and viewers. We want to. Naive Evangelist, naive, shameless, useless, and the list goes on. Viewers, yes, Evangelist. Viewers, thank you very much for being part of tonight's broadcast. If you need counseling, Evangelist Shavula is available. Please, you can contact him on 0977 527 407. I'll read the number 0977 527 407. Please do get in touch with Evangelist Shavula. He'll attend to you perfectly for counseling, marriage counseling. Wanyamata need a Chibukom. Please, Evangelist Shavula is available. Get in touch on those lines. And then I'll also remind you to like and follow our social media profiles. We have YouTube, we have Facebook, as well as Twitter. Invite someone and do make a date with us for another exciting episode next week of Pansaka. I would like to thank each and everyone who was part of tonight's broadcast. Evangelist Shavula, Wom Kilebai, Himba, Mercy, Mike, Caroline, and our viewers who made comments. There's Chuki,
Before you
Lewis,
close,
there's
my brother,
Chabala.
can I say something that just came? It just came. I don't know whether it's important. Is it
Ye-
okay? Just give me 2
Yes,
minutes, 2 seconds.
Okay,
Yes.
please, under a minute, just please.
Yes, I wanted to also speak about, remember that when you have a child outside, or the child that you have neglected as a man, remember that that child, as as you are busy gallivanting or doing whatever you are doing and feeling good that you neglected or rejected, that child is alive, and other people will take good care of that child, and that child is going to grow. And by the time you, as men, we are now old that we don't even have enough capacity or power, that child will be rich, will be somewhere very strong and powerful, and to come and point and look straight into your eyes to say, look at what happened kuliba Chiruba. You remember the Chiruba Kafupi case?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
So
Wamkelebai.
we always forget that mwana wa kumbali or mwana wa musanga sibakula. We think they are not going to grow. They are not human. We consider them as outcasts. But remember, eko osuulile, eka kopanoko. Mwebemba baliranda kale. That is what I
Thank
wanted to
you
say.
very much. Thank you very much, Wamkelebai. Viewers, for those situations that you are going through, you can send that situation through our WhatsApp line 0972 95608. Please, that number is scrolling down. Send that situation, and evangelist and the panelists will be able to handle that situation right on this program. Thank you for being part of tonight's broadcast. From me and the production team, as well as Emmanuel, who's been our director, I say good night and God bless.